New information on a deadly shooting that happened in Buckeye. The person shot and killed by a homeowner late last night has now been identified as a 27-year-old man named Michael Diaz.
12 News journalist Jade Cunningham joins us live outside the Buckeye Police Department with more on what neighbors have to say. Jade?
Yeah, good evening. So today I spoke with a lot of neighbors who live in that neighborhood. They didn't want to go on camera, understandably, because they're still feeling a bit on edge right now over what happened last night. But they tell me that just to learn about what happened was incredibly scary. They say that it typically is an incredibly quiet neighborhood. One person even sharing some surveillance with me where you can hear the reported gunshots. Now, a scary sound happening around 9 last night in that neighborhood near Yuma and 239th Drive. We went to the house involved today. We found the security screen all bent up right outside the front door, which was boarded up. Evidence stickers also found on the ground and in that entryway as well. Now, last night, Buckeye police say they responded to a shooting and found a man inside a home who'd been shot multiple times. Authorities tell us that a mother and her 2 adult children were inside the home at the time when someone, they say, began banging on their door. They answered the door, and authorities say that's when Diaz began to force his way inside. A man in the home, they say, got a handgun and fired as Diaz broke through the security door and stepped inside the home. I spoke with a criminal defense attorney today who tells me Arizona's castle doctrine would most likely apply to this case, which presumes a person is justified in using deadly force against someone unlawfully entering one's home, that the person perceives an immediate threat and must protect themselves, their family, and property.
They would have that presumption, so the law would presume up front that they are able to do this and that it would be reasonable. Now, presumptions are typically rebuttable, so that means the opposing side could always come in and say, hey, it wasn't reasonable because of X, Y, and Z, but they would have the burden of proof then to show this is not reasonable conduct.
We also reached out to the Buckeye Police Department today for an interview, but they said that no one was available, just that it is still under active investigation. And at this time, it is believed that the both parties involved in this situation did not know each other. We'll continue to follow this story as well, so you can stay with 12 News for the latest on air and online at 12news.com. Reporting live in Buckeye, Jade Cunningham, 12 News.
And Jade, that security door that you showed that was in your video looked like a heavy door. I mean, this was a violent entry. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the security screen you can see is in 2 pieces right near the entryway of that home. So, you know, whatever the situation was, I mean, that person had some intent, it looked like, to get inside that home. So, of course, that's something that authorities are investigating at this time.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, Jade.